Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing something really fun. We're taking a look at how your relationship will be like if you got together with this certain person in your mind. We've already done a reading about whether you'll end up with this person or not. I'll link it down in the description box below. But this reading is going to be all about how the relationship is going to be like. And once you're done with this reading, you may enjoy the other one. We'll take a look at your personality, we'll take a look at their personality, and together with the energies we'll see how the relationship will form and will grow, and how the relationship is going, the dynamics of the relationship is going to be like between the both of you. All right, so in order to do this reading, we have 4 piles for you here today. Let me put the numbers. So you have the Norwegian flag for pile number 1. You have the Viking ship for pile number 2. You have the stroll, although I see that it looks like a Viking troll for pile number 3. And you have the moose for pile number 4. Take a look at which of these you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. And as usual, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, then it's probably your extended reading. There's a lot of information for you to know about this, and you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. So you've chosen the Norwegian flag. Let's put it up here for you and take a look at your energy, and we'll use the light seers for your energy, and then we'll take a look at their energy, and we'll use the Osho tarot for their energy, and then we will use a crystal as the connection energy between both of you. So we have a nice coherent reading here about what will be going on and how the relationship is going to be like based on both of your energies, the circumstances, and the dynamics in the relationship. All right, so for you, pile number 1 in specific, there's a card, 2 cards hanging out there. Let me pick them out. You have, all right, so you have the 5 of Pentacles. Let's put it here. You have the Magician. You have, ooh, the Empress, pile number 1. Now, you're definitely a unique person here. You are right away, as I can say, the sort of person that your person dreams of. Kind of like a dream come true. This is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's see. Your character, the way you look, who you are, whether they can be with you or not, we'll check and see that if it comes out. But you're definitely a person they dream of. Okay, so let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the Hierophant. Interesting. You have pile number 1, the Page of Wands. I love your cards, pile number 1. You have, ooh, Death and Rebirth, and right under Empress. Now that's very interesting here. I see what's going on. Okay. Let's take a look at his cards, or her cards, your partner's cards. Okay. They have Harmony. Oh, I see why you like them, pile number 1. They have Clinging to the Past. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to remove this, so we have more space for your reading. They have Transformation. Gosh, your energies match in a lot of ways. They have Sorrow. Makes sense. Okay. Moment to Moment, which is the 2 of Pentacles. And then let's quite different here, just a little bit. And they have laziness right under transformation. Right, let's pick out your connecting crystal for this reading. I love both of your energies here. Quite real people. Real. You're good people, both of you. You have a good heart. All right. Aura light, being in the present moment. Okay. So pile number one, straight away, I see that this relationship, if both of you got together, is going to be a very pleasurable one for both of you. It's a relationship where you can relax and not have to worry about anything, because both of you are not going to be the sort of people who judge each other. You're gonna both make it safe for each other. I don't think you don't have any energies of checking other people out, for example, liking other people. You're going to be very faithful to each other, and there's a lot of harmony between both of you. Both of you will be the sort of people who live in the present moment. And it's very interesting that this crystal comes out in this type of reading. Because when you live in the present moment and enjoy the relationship moment to moment, as it is, you never run out of strong emotions for each other. Because the initial phase of the honeymoon phase, where there are a lot of butterflies and it's all sparkly and nice, when that fades away by time, naturally and physically, you're left with something stronger. And that is never getting bored of the relationship. Since you're going to be enjoying every little thing together. Whether it's washing the dishes or going out for a walk or traveling, you name it, whatever both of you will be doing, you're going to be so in it and enjoying each other's presence, and you'll know how to have a light, funny moment together. I see sense of humor. I see general sweetness and knowing how to have fun in both of your energies here. At the moment, pile number one, your person has to deal with a lot of things from the past, a lot of karma happening to them at the moment, a lot of things that they have to deal with. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's very entangled. It's like they're entangled in a certain, maybe relationship, maybe work, maybe a karmic situation, and it's very tough for them. And I see that if you two got together at some point, this is going to be, boy, one form a relief that is very hard to believe. Because right now, all this person, all he or she can see is this entangled, tough situation. And this relationship will act as a new life for them, a completely transformed life for them, that is harmonious, rather than that will heal all the sorrow and the sadness that they had to go through. And for them, this will be a very pleasurable relationship, a relationship where they can let their hair down, relax, chill, and live moment to moment, enjoying every bit of it. Pile number one. Now let's see how you're going to feel. So first of all, let me tell you straight away why this person would like you, or why they like you. Because pile number one, you have transformed. I mean, the death rebirth card right under Empress is very clear. It seems like you have transformed yourself over and over and over until you've become this very unique, beautiful person. It shows. You can't be this Empress. You can't be all that unless you've put in that effort. And not everyone is willing to put this beautiful feminine or masculine effort to transform and become an Empress or an Emperor. And you've become something so special. Obviously, you're very good looking. You take care of how you look. You have such a beautiful heart that you have learned to manage. You've learned to be kind and giving. You lend your shoulders to the people who need it, but at the same time, you are also now giving to yourself. You are hardworking. and you have a goal towards the whole world, obviously. It seems like there is a mission here that you want to carry out to help the world at large, or maybe your community. And it really makes you a very impressive person, a very unique, attractive person to this person, pile number one. So here I see that whatever you do really effortless, and it comes out just wonderful. You have this effortless energy of bringing out magic into the world and whatever you create, and it just comes out perfect. You know how to effortlessly make something amazing by putting in a little bit of, not as much effort as everyone else puts in. And that's because I see here that you're a very smart person. You love reading a lot. You educate yourself, and you love quality. And this has come out of years and years of only choosing quality in everything that you do, that it has now become effortless because your mind has been trained to do the best every moment of every life. And so now it comes effortless. Your brain connections just show you how to easily do the best in a matter of in a little time, because you've trained yourself very well. So that's one of the things. This sort of energy, the Empress and who you are, is one of the things that really makes your person admire you. It's going to make them very proud to be in a relationship with you. They admire your ascended soul. They admire your level of skills. They understand, and they will understand, that they are with a very unique person. Definitely someone who's not easily replaceable. And that's why you have the Five of Pentacles here. A person who they better hold on to very well, because they will rarely come across with a person like you, pile number one. Also, I see a lot of commitment here between the both of you, but especially from your side. You're a person who appreciates with the moment to moment, like them. See, the energies are here very consistent. I think you're going to be very committed. They will enjoy every moment with you. They will feel this peace. And so if you see, it's like this card is an extension of this card. See, it goes wee. And so I think here straight away I can see that your level of commitment will inspire the whole relationship to be committed. Because pile number one, they see what an empress you are, whether you're a man or a female. They see who you are. They see that everyone would have their eyes on you, and yet you're very committed to them. And they, I think, will be very appreciative of that. They will hold it dear to their hearts. And they will enjoy the harmony that this creates. And they will equally be committed to you because of that. And also because they, like we said, they know that you are a very unique person that is hard to replace. It's a relationship that will go from a lot of mess for your person, a lot of drama, a lot of people talking, super toxic, and it's been making their lives really hell. I don't know where this talking is all about. Is it at work? Is it in a relationship? Maybe they're in a toxic environment. They're in a pretty tough situation here. And through this relationship, if they got together with you, moment to moment, they'll be able to see the rainbows here and the waves. It truly shows how this harmony and the water, the love in the relationship, and the fun in this relationship, the kindness in this relationship, the maturity in this relationship will make them heal bit by bit their sadness, their sorrow, and they will turn from being this person at the moment to being this person, pile number one. Not that they're going to be lazy, but here it suggests that they're going to be very relaxed, they can chill, let their hair down, and enjoy every moment of this relationship. Another thing that I see in this relationship, pile number one, with your magician energy here, is that you'll be able to make this relationship a lot of fun by constantly bringing into it a lot of things that otherwise would have been nearly impossible for this person to experience. You're so skilled, so you might be coming up with really fun, interesting trips that this person hasn't heard about. And and that's why we're talking about transformation energy for this person here. And suddenly they're just going to live a whole new experience with you, a whole new amazing trip that they wouldn't have imagined even existed. Oh, maybe this is why we have Norway here. It's like with Norway, it's a very magical country. It's up in the north, and you'd be surprised with all its beautiful fjords and forests and nature. It just takes your breath. It makes you go, oh. So maybe that's the sort of energy that you're going to be into their lives. And I see here that it's about trips, about bringing in new type of hobbies into the relationship, new types of activities, maybe cooking a nice meal. You're so creative, pile number one, and there's a renewable energy constantly bringing in magic to the relationship, bringing in excitement, and constantly making things happen. Do you see how the Page of Wands here almost looks like a magician as well, with her wand throwing it and letting it turn into a rabbit or something up in the air. So there's a lot of magic in your energy. This person feels like you're a magical being, like it's almost impossible to have. And that's why it's going to be a very transformative experience for them. It's like they're going to be stepping into a magical world that they have not heard about, a magical, powerful world that they will enjoy every single day. And as well, you, pile number one, will really enjoy being with this person, because I see that there's a lot of maturity here with this person. It's a person who's quite mature, but was with the wrong person. And just as you, pile number two, your matching energy is transformation. They're willing to hear you out, take the feedback, change bit by bit. I see faithfulness, I see maturity, and I see someone who really appreciates you, pile number two. I think we've gone over how much they appreciate you over and over in this reading. And with their hands here, I see that they are a person who would really want to do so much for you as an appreciation that you're just in their lives. With the hands here, I think they want to be your lover, your friend, a person who goes out there and makes things happen for you. I feel a lot of generosity and a lot of fiery energy to make things happen for you. They're just so happy with you that they would do anything just to see a beautiful smile on your face. That is the most magical moment for them, pile number one. My God, pile number one, how I have enjoyed your reading. Thank you for listening to it. It was an honor doing this reading for you. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Comment down in the comment section. Let us high five together. Tell me about the special person that you like. And I wish you all the best of luck together. And don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss a reading that I upload the next time. Bye! Hi, pile number two. So you've chosen this beautiful Viking ship. And this gives me a feeling that some of you, there might be maybe a long distance relationship. Maybe both of you are not in the same area, or that not in the same country. There's a lot of movement here. Maybe some of you are moving, or maybe you are moving towards each other. Let's see how this is all going to play out. We'll find out why you have the Viking ship right here. Let's put it right up there for you. And we'll take the light seers for your reading. Right? And then we'll take the Osho deck for their reading. And then we will have a crystal that unites both of your energies together. So we have a nice coherent reading for both of you. All right, so let's lay things out. What is your energy in this connection? What is pile number 2's energy for this connection? Okay, so pile number 2, you have, ooh, 3 of Pentacles, okay. You have Knight of Pentacles, ooh. Pile number 2, you're not easy. Okay, you have the 6 of Cups. Pile number 2, this might be a person who's been there for quite a while. It might be a person who is from the past, someone that you've known for a very long time, or he could just simply feel like home, a person who you've connected with so quickly that they've already feel like a person that you've known for years. Ace of Cups. Oh, that's so sweet, pile number 1. This wish fulfillment. Ooh, right under the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I see what this is about. This person is very dear to you, pile number 2. The 3 of Wands. I see that you are not quite sure what to do at the moment. Right. Okay, so now we know what's going on a little bit with you. You are a person who has a lot of self-pride and will not just move and rush things. You have to see that they equally put in this energy and effort as you do. So you are a person who builds into the relationship, who puts in the effort, who shows their good intentions, but you stand there also waiting for them to give as well. All right. I see you at the moment not very sure about how this is going to roll out. But they mean a lot to you, pile number 2. Okay, but kudos to your self-worth. You have a lot of self-worth that you are respecting. And that's really something impressive. All right, so you, ooh, no nothingness. What a mysterious person. So straight away, I see that this is a person who has not been showing you at all. You know nothing at the moment about how they feel. But on the inside, it's a different story. Pile number 2. It's weird that you get this information in this reading. And the Miser, these are like the cards that totally show you how a person is making sure they don't show you anything, nothing. They look cold on the outside, completely cold, like they don't care, but they have a lot of emotions on the inside. It's a person who's trying their best not to give you anything or show you anything for a certain reason, but you kind of see every now and then a little mistake that shows you how they feel. Pile number 2. So you have conditioning here. Oh, the reason they're not showing you anything is because I see they're being tied down by certain responsibility here. Maybe they have parents that they care about, children, a work responsibility. There's something that is tying this person down very firmly and not making them make any single moves. Receptivity, right? And completion is so weird, pile number 2, that I get the situation going on now, even though this is a reading about the future. All right, so straight away I can see that even though they're not taking any action at all, and it seems very complacent at the moment, they're going through some really transformative times, and they do understand, pile number 2, that you do complete them somehow. Maybe you feel like home, somehow they feel complete with you, pile number 2. Let's take a look at your connective energies. So the connecting energy of this connection. It's a tough situation at the moment for both of you. Malachite, clarity. Isn't it so weird that you get clarity even though there is nothingness? Now, here's the thing. We're talking about how the relationship is going to be like if you got together. And while you are getting no information from them at the moment, one of the things that both of you are going to really enjoy in your relationship is the sense of clarity. Both of you are going to be very honest with each other. You're going to communicate your needs. You're going to communicate how you feel towards each other. And it's that honesty and clarity that will really help you build this relationship. And that's why you have the 3 of Pentacles. You're that sort of person, and they have the puzzle here. You'll constantly be building the relationship into something amazing. And here with the Iris, it shows me that emotions will grow. You'll constantly, both of you, be going into a transformative phases in your relationship as a result of you discussing things maturely and being clear with each other about what's wrong and what's right and how you feel. You'll have a deep relationship between both of you because it already feels like you both are familiar with each other. There's a home feeling between both of you, and it's the safety that will create this clarity in thinking. But obviously right now, pile number 2, you're not really able to enjoy that. This person is making sure nothing seeps out as a protection for some specific thing in their lives. And as a consequence of this tight, holding their rope so tight over their mouths and over how they show you how they feel, like nearly blocking you out of seeing what's going on in their lives. And for some of you, they maybe not even communicating with you at the moment. You're not clear whether to move on or stay. You're not sure about what to do because obviously this person is very dear to you, not just in terms of being a lover, but also as a dear friend. And it's not really easy. It's not always easy to move on into something else when you have that sort of energy. And with the 9 of Pentacles here, I see that this person is really a wish fulfillment for you. He is the sort of person you want to spend your life with. You have the Ace of Cups here, and there's a lot of strong emotions between you and this person, especially clear on your side since they're closing off their energy. I do have other ways to see how they feel, but you're more open. Your energy is very open, and I can really see from your side how deep these emotions are and how much this person means to you in terms of a lover and a family and a friend, pile number 2. But you have a lot of self-respect, and this sort of self-respect, pile number 2, that you will be keeping in this relationship will make this person absolutely respect you over the years, because they know that you will not allow any bad behavior. Not because you're a mean person. It's because you have a lot of respect for yourself, for this relationship. And I see the duality of being kind, but at the same time firm about what is okay with you and what is not, because you equally give this person this sort of respect anyways. I see, pile number 2, that in their relationship with you, you're going to have the complete opposite of what is going on now. So while now there is nothing, no information, no connection maybe, it's going to be the complete opposite when they're in a relationship with you. I see a naked woman here, emphasizing clarity, openness, transparency. What's wrong with me? Okay. And so you will enjoy a huge amount of clarity and honesty in this relationship, openly loving you, openly expressing how they feel. And they're definitely going to show you how you complete them, how you are their home, and maybe even their whole lives if they get together with you, pile number 2. And I see that you're really going to enjoy this relationship with this person, pile number 2, because there will be a surge, exploding surge of the things they've been hiding for such a long time. And when you pressure yourself for so long, you suddenly explode emotions, and you never want to experience this closeness anymore. And so we will go from very closed to very open, pile number 2. And that's why you have clarity as your connecting energy, because you've been blocked away for a long time from expressing how you feel to each other, connecting with each other, and it's going to really is going to turn into the opposite energy of both of you really enjoying each other, really being open with each other, and letting go of this tying down once and for all of this stagnant energy. Stagnant. You've been waiting for so long, both of you. My God. And while this waiting is happening, I see that this person is clearly suffering a lot. And what I love about this card is that this card doesn't say nothingness. It says no-thingness, which is a Buddha term for shunyata. Yes, I think that's the term. And it means something everything coming out of complete nothingness. Just like it means no-thingness. It's just like the universe. Remember how it started from nothing to everything. And what I see here, that there's a strong probability. We can never predict the future for sure. We only use the energies of today. And it looks like it's going to, from nothing, go to everything, pile number 2. And it's going to change this stagnant energy, stagnant. What's going on? To something moving, to co-creation, to moving forward, to planning things together and growing all together. Like 2 strong best friends who are madly in love with each other, that are each other's wishes for sure. Pile number 2. And the reason I think you picked ships, because I strongly feel like maybe a lot of you could at the moment be in separate areas. But the reason you've selected ship is that this pile just might, with the energies of today, turn into a relationship. It could turn, there's movement. So you might be surprised with movement happening. But again, remember pile number 2, these are all the energies of today. These just might be their intentions today, and it could change tomorrow. We don't know, but this is how it looks like it's going for you, pile number 2. Funny enough, pile number 2, I see a lot of green on your side. It looks like there is a lot of clarity coming from you. You are at peace, and I think that this is the energy you're vibrating out into the universe. You already feel abundant. There's a lot of self-work, healing your heart, your inner child, that has been happening with you. And because of you accepting the situation, feeling like you're already stepping into your wish fulfillment, into a life that you like, you building on creating your own life and your own business, your work, focusing on your work and believing that the best will come for you. So that's why I see here you're starting to vibrate this sort of energy into the universe. And that's why your energy has reached their aura. And that's why a lot of things are starting to seep out of control for this person. Maybe your energy is helping heal them. Maybe you attracting what you want is helping them have more clarity. in the situation or their lives, or how to put things together, because I see the third eye for them being activated, and maybe them becoming a bit wiser about how to deal with their situation, their lives, their life, and how to deal with you. And that they have to stop ignoring their pain. They have to heal it somehow, whether be with you or see what makes them happy, and how to untangle themselves from what they think is impossible, whether that's with you or not, but to have the right mindset. So there might be a lot of downloads, third eye downloads, of having more wisdom, more clarity, instead of being so stuck to earthly matters too much. And maybe they can figure out a way to take care of the things they want to take care of, but at the same time take care of what they want. Pile number 2. So in your relationship, pile number 2, there's a lot of work energies here in both piles. And in a reading of how your relationship is going to be like, it shows me that I think somehow both of you will be cooperating and maybe doing something together that will bring you a lot of abundance. I think both of you will enjoy somehow cooperating and working together towards something that will bring a lot of abundance to you. And again, it's going to be so much fun for the both of you. And so this won't only be a nice, beautiful friendship, it's also going to be a lot of fun working together. And it will take them out of this dark energy to seeing that there's a more fruitful, beautiful life on the other side with you. A life that is full of abundance and fun and friendship and activities and fun work, to be quite frank. Maybe a lot of traveling as well. And here it's so dark, it's so cold, it's so old, it's so boring, it's so stuck. What's wrong with this person? And I feel so bad for them. And I think when they get into a relationship with you, they'll get from this cold, dark, stuck energy of having a wall to protect themselves into, whoa, life is fun. It can be abundant while having fun. It's about enjoying your time with your best friends, your warm family. It's about doing, it's about living. So it's nearly going from the dead to the living for them, pile number 2. And for you, pile number 2, you will enjoy a life. A person who is very strong, has a lot of self-discipline, who knows how to get out in the world and be wise, very grounded person. And you will enjoy how they're very stern and tough with the outside world, but how you are their soft, beautiful spot. And you will enjoy this duality between them being strong but super soft at the same time with you, and super gentle. And it's definitely something that you are going to love about this person. There's a lot of strength here that you will love, and it's going to make you very attracted to this person. I think it's a person who's ready to give you the world, but just doesn't know how to do it at the moment. A person who's ready to melt away their cold facade for you and plunge into emotions for you, fall madly and deeply, shamelessly with you, and shut out from the world when they're with you, to enjoy it completely. Pile number 2. Oh, that's so sweet. It touched my heart as I channeled into this energy right here. Pile number 2. And I think this all might make sense for some of you, for some of your persons, for some of your people, quite soon, pile number 2. And that's just the energies of today, of course. And finally, what I've noticed here as well is 3 and 4. 3 is the smallest number to create a pattern, which means that we're closing on a phase, and 4 is stability and going into a new phase of stability. This shouldn't have been in the reading, but I guess we take what the cards show us, right? And you're meant to know this information, pile number 2. Once you're in a relationship together, the sails will run smooth. The ship will sail smoothly, and and it's going to be a beautiful ride for you in your lives, a beautiful journey that you're going to take together. It seems like you're going to be working on something very, very interesting here that both of you are going to like, and it's going to open your heart chakras to the world, both of you, pile number 2. Last but not least, this is going to be an open, honest relationship that is very safe for both of you. Pile number 2, I wish you all the best of luck. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you, and let me know down in the comment section who is this person and how you're connecting with them. I would love to give you a high five so we can both connect together. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So you've chosen this beautiful Viking troll right here. And it's really interesting that this got into our reading today. Trolls, they are mystical creatures that the Norwegians, or the Scandinavians in general, used to talk about, used to share stories about at night in the forest when they're all in the past, when they are all sitting around the fire getting warm, and they share their frightening or scary stories about the trolls. And the trolls are just beautiful, really interesting, beautiful creatures that valued each other and loved each other. It's just, they're really wonderful stories. And I feel with this energy, and the reason you picked this troll, pile number 3, sorry, maybe you want to check 2, is that there's always going to be this mystical feeling about your energies when you're together. It's always going to feel magical. You both have this magic in you. You create magic in this relationship. You know how to smile together. You know how to have fun. There's a playful energy to both of you. When you're together, there is a spark, a magical spark, and I see that you're going to carry out this mystical, magical feeling with you as you grow together in this relationship, if you get to be together, pile number 3. Now that is a very sweet energy there, pile number 3. So we'll use the light seers for your energy. We'll use the Osho deck for their energies. And then we'll use a crystal as a connecting energy for both of your relationships. So we have a good coherent reading about how your relationship is going to be like. All right, so let's start with your energy, pile number 3. What is pile number 3's energy like? All right, what is pile number 3's energy like? It's so interesting that it's a troll and a Viking at the same time. It gives me a feeling of a warrior, but at the same time mystical. There's defense, mysticism. And so I think your relationship is going to be quite protective. You're going to be protective of each other, and at the same time I see fighting for each other, maybe for a certain reason, fighting to be together or trying your best to make it happen, kind of thing. And this is going to make you appreciate this relationship because you kind of had to work at it and make it happen, pile number 3, for one reason or the other. All right, so your energy is, oh, the Empress. Lovely card to come out in this sort of energy, especially when we're asking what your energy is. So right away, I can of course see that this person that you're inquiring about sees that you are a mystical being, like we talked about, a very unique person, and all that, exactly what they want, pile number 3. It's like a wish come true for them in terms of a person. You have the 2 of Cups. Oh, that's so sweet. I felt the spark. The sweetness in energy and love from the very beginning. Queen of Wands, you are a person who's very well noticed. It's like you are, pile number 2, the Queen of Wands and the Empress here, a person who is seen, admired, and a lot of people want them. They would wish they would get your attention, but you only have at the moment attention on one person that you feel is your dream person. Pile number 3, Queen of Swords. Pile number 3, who are you? You are a mystical being. You have a strong character. You are very poised. You know your self-worth very well. And you have a very active mind. I see you as a person who's quite disciplined in improving themselves and making things happen in their lives. You're very outspoken. People love watching you and listening to you. And at the same time, you're quite a loving person. You are not a selfish person, but rather you fill your own cup and other people's cups at the same time. Wow. I see why this person would like you. I mean, they may like you, they may be entangled. I don't know what the situation is yet here, but I see why this person likes you. You are a unique person, pile number 3, that's for sure. Not a lot of people have this sort of strength to stand out like that. Not a lot of people have this sort of charisma, this charisma that makes your heart sink. People see you and their hearts sink. They're like, wow, how does she carry herself like that? People are really interested in you. They love talking to you, and they appreciate your power. Pile number 3. 6 of Pentacles, again, right under 2 cups. You're a very fair person, a giving person, but at the same time, you respect yourself very well. You give and you take. Pile number 3. 3 of Wands. It's in the same place, same card in the same place as pile number 2. Yeah, you might want to check pile number 2. Was it pile number 2 or pile? Yeah, it was pile number 2. Okie dokie. And if I'm not mistaken, this could have been the same card in the same place even for pile number 1. What is wrong with this reading? Wow. Now, I don't know what's going on, but I love you guys. Your energies are incomparable to any energies I've seen, and I feel so blessed and lucky that I'm attracting this sort of viewers in my channel. I mean, look at you guys. I'm very blessed that you, this ascended type of soul and character, are people who watch my channel. Thank you for sticking around. It is my honor that I'm doing this reading for you guys. Okay, so now let's take a look at their energy. So what's going on with their energy here? They have sorrow. Okay, now I think you really might want to check pile number 2. Yeah, you have the source. They have the source. Whoa. Okay. Exhaustion, right? Okay. Inner voice. Comparison. And flowering. All right. Now let's check your crystal and see your connective energies. Right. Yeah, I think you might want to check pile number 2. It's very similar, quite similar to your reading actually. So you might get more information. Amazonite, and it's learning your lesson. Ooh. Pile number 3. So this makes a lot of sense now, and it really did connect everything when your crystal came out. So pile number 2, obviously, your person at the moment is going through a lot of maybe a karma that they have to go through. It's a tough time for them. Pile number 3. And they are exhausted from the amount of things that they have to go through. They are tired and they are not in their happiest place, obviously, at the moment. Pile number 3, they are very sad in their situation in their lives. But it's no coincidence that they have the sun here. It means that things are about to change very quickly. From see, you have comparison here right under the sun, from very rough to very smooth, from exhaustion to a beautiful, beautiful world. It's like they're going to receive the woman of their dreams. And I mean, yeah. Okay. And the reason you have Amazonite as a connective energy is because there's a lot of processing and learning that they're going to learn from being away from you for some reason at the moment to being with you. It looks like maybe they were in a very, very bad relationship, for example. Maybe they've worked so hard that they haven't learned to enjoy themselves. Maybe they have had a very rough life, and now they've learned a lot from this life that they've lived, and they're going to take these learnings and understand how to enjoy their relationship with you. And so with you, pile number 2, I see a mature person, because they have been through the thick and the thin, pile number 3, sorry, and they've it seems like when they would be in a relationship with you, they are vowing to make their lives completely different now. They are deciding to live rather than die, and that sometimes materialistic things, or things that could look impressive from the outside, could really make you dead on the inside. And they've learned that it's more important to shine on the inside than it is to shine on the outside. And once you shine on the inside, you have a beautiful life that is much more mystical and impressive and amazing than living a fake life. Do you see this robot? It represents fakeness. Metal represents, again, fakeness, toughness, roughness. And it's like looking like you're alive, but you're really dead. And now they need to experience being alive with a real person that they really like. And I don't know, this might not be them being in a relationship. This might be their work. This might be their fake lives. This might be a relationship. I don't know what is up with this person and what their karma is at the moment. But I see an inner voice telling them to wake up, to look at the universe, the energy of the universe, to see what the source is trying to teach them, to let go of the earthly realms and focus on what is important, pile number 2. I don't know why we got into this. This is supposed to be I see why. Because the connecting energy is the Amazonite. And so this is why we're getting deep into what is going on now. Because I see a transformative phase. 3 is the end of the smallest number you need to create a cycle. And I see the end of a cycle here, getting out of this pure materialistic world, more into the mystical side of life. And boy, do I feel magic here on the other side. You are, pile number 3s, I love you guys, one of my favorite people. You are on the complete end of the spectrum here. You know how to enjoy your life. You're a magical being. You understand what matters in life. You understand how to be you, how to enjoy life, how to look at the important things in life. You know how to enjoy your life all by your own. And you don't necessarily live a regular life necessarily. Quite frankly, I feel like you have your own world and your own bubble that only you really enjoy and know about, and there's no desperate energy here coming from your side. You know that the universe is going to give you, and you're ready to receive. If they come, good for them, it'll be their luck, and quite frankly, you're very right about that. And if they don't come, you're definitely going to get something much, much better. You have already learned a lot on your own, and now you as well, you're ready to take in this energy that you've learned, this life that you've created, and you've learned not to let go of this beautiful life to give to love. Now you've learned to incorporate together, to enjoy your life, and to receive when it's time to receive. And that's why there's 2, which means love. Again, it's your current energies. And I think the learnings that are coming from this side and the learnings that have come from this side are truly going to make this a really unique relationship that is mature, because you will really be applying what you have learned in this relationship. And again, green shows me a lot of abundance. It's going to be a really abundant relationship. For them, it's going to be a relationship that will take them from the dark and the material world, the worthless, the dead, to the light, to the energy, to life, to what really matters. They will realize the difference between a fake life and a real life. And what they thought was smooth is actually rough. And what they thought was rough is actually very smooth and beautiful. And that's the magic about it. And that's probably why you've chosen the troll. This is what's so magical about you to them. You are a very unique, magical being. Very different from them in so many ways. Yet you are uniting together into one. Pile number 3. I see that this relationship is going to have an equal give and take, is going to be very fair. You're going to be very fair with each other. And I see that you're going to be learning so much from them, and they are going to be learning so much from you. They will learn to enjoy life, to understand what matters to the fullest. They will have a lot of experiences with you, obviously, and they will pick your brains a lot, because they will love listening to your opinions. Pile number 2. You're very mature. You must be much, much smarter than they are, to be quite frank with you, even though they're more successful a little bit, I think, in the material world. I think they do realize that you are more wise in the real life. Your opinions are so elevated, so educated, and they feel blessed having a person like you in their lives. I think there is an inner voice calling out for them at the moment, waking them up to what matters. There's clarity happening here with this person, and they're going through this phase of change, I think. Pile number 3. In this relationship, there's a lot of learning going on, because both of you are different in so many ways. And this relationship will shed light on these differences. And you will learn how to merge your differences, how to take the best from these differences. And both of you will become a balanced person of both of these two worlds. That's why we said there's a lot of learning here. And so while it may look from the outside that this person is learning a lot from you, you as well, pile number 3, will be learning so much from them. And both of you are going to be two blessed souls who have both sides of the world in their hands, bringing a lot of blessings into their lives. There's a lot of wisdom to be learned from both of you, quite frankly. And it's like the sun and the moon coming together. Sun, moon, and enjoying what each of them has to bring. There's a lot of moons here and sun, so there's a lot of mystery coming out to light pretty soon. And this is, of course, as well what's going to be happening in this relationship. While this person might be a bit secretive sometimes, or most times, they are going to be very clear with you. You will be able to see them like the sun, as clear as the sun. So there will be clarity, there will be honesty, that you will shed both of you will be able to shed light on the different aspects that you need to tackle, that you need to work on in order for both of you to mature in this relationship. So a lot of communication, of course, especially from you. I think you are going to be teaching them, you being the Queen of Wands here, teaching them how to communicate, how to talk, how to express the things that are worrying both of you. In this way, This is the only way where you can release sorrows and release exhaustion and fix things to be much smoother. Why have it rough, right? And again, this is why you have the Amazonite as the connective energy. We will keep realizing that there's a lot of things that both of you will learn together, and that's amazing energy to be in, because you'll be growing together as two people this way. You'll be so proud how this person went from being exhausted, materialistic, to being a wise being that is abundant and happy and knows how to live. Their chakras will open up and they will know how to enjoy life in a much, much healthier, better way. I see this relationship as being a very generous relationship. I think both of you will be very kind to each other. You'll give out a lot to each other. Both of you want to make each other happy, so maybe they will be very generous to you. You will be generous to them and help them out with whatever they need. They will help you out with whatever you need. They will respect your interests. They will respect the things that you believe in, and they will try to make it happen for you. Isn't that so sweet? And you equally, pile number 2, will maybe want to pamper them, will maybe want to make things happen for them as well. You'll be standing there solid, making sure they get what they need as well, pile number 2. This was a very beautiful relationship. Thank you for hanging out with me so that we can connect as well. And please let me know down in the comment section, who is this person all about and what's going on? And let's high five together. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 4. So you've chosen the moose. Oh, let me fix this. Hold on. And the moose in Norway is a highly regarded animal. They run wild, free. They're free in nature. And this is what I see in this connecting relationship. I see there's a lot of stability with the 4 here, but at the same time, one that is free. It's going to be a relationship where both of you are not so scared and stuck to each other, but you enjoy your time together, but you also trust each other so much, and you run off doing whatever you want to do. You have a lot of freedom of movement, but at the same time, encouragement from both of you. You both regard each other very highly, but at the same time, you are free. There's a lot of freedom, a lot of trust that is respected, and a lot of stability in this relationship if it happens for you, pile number 4. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to use the light seers for your energy, pile number 4, right? So we'll put that here where we're going to do your reading, and then we're going to use the Osho Tarot deck for their energy, right? And we're going to put that right over here, and then we'll use a crystal to see the connective energy between both of you, and so that this way we have a more coherent reading for this specific reading. Right, so let's check out your energy, pile number 4. What is pile number 4's energy? What is pile number 4's energy, so we can find out how the relationship is going to be like. So pile number 4, you have King of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. You are a very mature person, obviously, pile number 4. Quite successful. You have the 10 of Wands. Interesting. You have no problem walking away from that which does not serve you. A lot of self-respect here. Okay. You have a lot of movement, like you see the moose here, all the wild animals. You're very adventurous. You don't like to be tied down at all, and you're a free living soul, and you cannot be tied down. So you need someone who respects that about you, and that's why we the energy here, the connective energy, was the moose. You have the Magician. So both of you are very open-minded people. That's what I'm gathering at the moment. Right. You have the 5 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. You have, see, this time with the Five of Cups, she can see, or this person can see all of the cups. It's not like there's something at the back that they can't see. It's like they're figuring out things. Four of Wands. You must be heavenly to be with pile number 4. You have the King of Swords. Right. So a very smart person, very in control, self-disciplined, skilled, and a free spirit that knows how to make things happen for themselves like a boss. Not to mention that they consider all aspects of their lives. They're very wise. And they weigh things out to see how they're going to move forward. And at the same time, you are very self-disciplined. You have a mind of a successful CEO or an entrepreneur in general. You consider things slowly. You're wise. You don't just move haphazardly at all. That's not your energy, even though you're very free. But you take your time to think about things wisely, to consider what may not be seen to other people. And that's why there's a lot of seeing here. You're all seeing. You sit down, you think of things wisely, put a plan. You're very self-disciplined to achieve this plan, and you roam out freely, doing whatever idea that you believe in, and you're not restricted by the world. You manifest a lot of wealth and abundance in your life. You know, of course, that you're very abundant, and being with you is really like being in heaven. A very mature person here that is very good looking, but at the same time very wise, and has a lot of skills. You know how to work hard and play hard, and it's heavenly being with you. It's very clear for me here. Pile number 4. Okay, there's a lot of stability, energy of stability with you. And it's really funny how both of you have this dual nature of being a free soul that just wants to roam and explore, explore the world, but at the same time, very, very stable people, balanced people with the 8 here. Very balanced people, stable, and you know how to give safety to the person in front of you or with you. Right, so let's see now. I'm very excited about this. What is your person's connective energy? I love your pile number 4. Really do love your pile. Right. Okay, so what is pile number 4's person like? Let's see their energies now. They have Thunderbolt. They have postponement, right? They have projections. It's a bit different for them here. They do have this duality for sure with them, but now it's coming off in a different way. Pile number, there's all the stillness but action, color but dimness, being here but not here. There's duality in this person's energy. Creativity. They also are a very abundant person. Pile number 4. Adventure. Courage. I see. Okay. The first thing that I'm getting is that this person is going to require a lot of courage to make this happen between both of you. It's like they can see the potential and how beautiful it's going to be, but it's very scary, and that's why they have this duality between sitting still and not doing anything, and the universe and their emotions pushing them to do something about it. Now, before we get carried away in the reading, let's see the connective energy between both of you. So I think you might need to push it here so that you can see as well. Pile number 4. I think you can see now. Right. So what is the connecting energy between both of you? And it's really weird, pile number 4, because you're the most wild pile, but you're the most stable as well. So you have a great balance here. There's a lot of duality. Do you see what I'm talking about? A lot of duality in your characters. All right. Pyrite. Interesting. So the pyrite is the fool's gold. And I see here that you will be really enjoying each other's relationship. But right now, there is a lot of lying going on. A lot of not seeing things for what they truly are. Being fooled by things that don't matter. And that's very clear here in your cards and very evident. They think they're in a world that is achieving what they want, but they know that they are very unhappy. They lie to themselves a lot. They know that their worlds are rough now. They know that there's better out there as a life, but they are afraid to take this step. It scares the living daylights out of them to think of this thought, but it also strikes them really hard when they think about you, because I think there's a lot of emotions here as well. And so right now, to them, just like the pyrite, you're this sparkling, beautiful, shiny thing that they want to be with, they can only dream of, but they lie to themselves sometimes, and they say, well, it's sparkling, but it's not really real. I'm not going to be happy when I'm with them because I might lose this and this and this and that. Maybe people will be disappointed in me. Maybe I'm going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to be a fool diving into this energy. And don't forget, pile number 4, that this is also your connective energy. So it's not just them. I think that you too are worried about a couple of things here. I mean, you want to be with this person, but you also feel like if things don't go the way you believe they should go, you're going to be a fool being with them. And so there has to be a lot of adjustments here that need to happen for you to feel right about it. So there's a lot of worrying here going on between the two energies about certain serious situations. And both of you, even though you're a wild soul, you move, but you're very stable at the moment because you're making sure that things work out right. So let's now talk about how it's going to be like when you're in a relationship together. Of course, it's very evident here, pile number 4, that this person has been dreaming of a relationship like that for such a long time, maybe all their lives. And they're going to embody this relationship when they're with you. It's going to be full of sparks and love and fiery energy and desire, and it's just going to be a surprising life with you. It's a life that puts them back to life, you know, from the dead to life. So with you, they're going to see the world really colorful again, because obviously it's been very dim. It was colorless. See, it was like a wall, and from this dead wall came out this beautiful living flower that looks so beautiful. And here, this represents how they would see you. It's like hope coming out when it shouldn't have. Renewed hope in life. And they will feel like, because it's going to be to them a very unique relationship. You both have this moose energy, moose soul, and so it's going to be a lot of adventure for this person that they are going to enjoy every second of. It's like, whoa, what is this? Wow, are we gonna do that? Wow. It's something that they will really enjoy a lot. They will experience a lot of creativity in this relationship. It's like life will surge back into them. See how these colors are quite similar here? They will see life when they're with you, pile number 4. As for you, pile number 4, this is the relationship of your life. you're going to really feel like this is what you've always dreamed of. This is the happy home, exactly the sort of stability and fun life that you've always wanted. With this person, with the Four of Wands here, they are your wish come true in terms of a home and a family and a relationship, and it's something that you will enjoy endlessly your whole life. Pile number 4. A lot of stability for you here, and the reason there's a lot of 4s here gives me the idea that you weren't really stable before. Pile number 4. Maybe you've moved a lot. Maybe there wasn't a lot of stability in your life, and I think now is going to be, there's emphasis on stability here, and I see that you have been giving stability to yourself first, and this is why you're attracting this stable life into your life. Pile number 4. So whether you end up with this person, which I really hope you do, or not, don't worry not. Pile number 4, you're really going to have an amazing life, that is for sure. See why this 5 of Cups is here. Pile number 4. It looks like you may have been sad over this person for a while, but with the 5 of Cups here depicted in a different way. I'm not sure if you remember what the 5 of Cups looks like, but in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, it depicts a sad person looking at 3 spilled cups, with 2 cups that they can see at the back. But here I see this woman seeing all these cups. Nothing is really out of her sight. 1's right next to her hand, 3 are here, and I see a person who has learned to see the good and the bad in every situation. They've learned to accept what the universe is giving them, and they are enjoying receiving from the universe, and they're like, they have this energy of whatever happens, I'm going to be happy anyways. In this relationship, pile number 4, I see here with the pyrite that you will appreciate everything together, every moment together, and you will, like, for example, while other people would only appreciate the big things in life, like a diamond ring or a nice vacation, I think both of you will appreciate what seems to be worthless for other people and what is worthwhile, making it a very beautiful relationship, just like the gold, except that you don't take the materialistic part of the gold, and that's why you have the pyrite. You will see things for what they are. Another thing that I really see is very evident in your relationship, it's going to be very romantic. I see a lot of gazing into each other's eyes, melting into each other's worlds, so much romance and love and melting going on here in this relationship. A love that never ends, that extends to the spirit and the soul, and I see that both of you really mirror each other. You will resonate so much with each other, you will understand each other so much that it will kind of feel like you come from the same soul. And another thing that I really notice about your relationship that is very clear is that this relationship will have so much adventure, so much freeness and creativity and moving around and fun activities, that it will constantly revive this relationship, bring a spark over and over and over in this relationship. It's definitely not a relationship that you call dead. No matter how old both of you get, you will be very young souls that know how to enjoy life and enjoy yourselves. Pile number 4. Definitely a relationship that so many people are going to envy, a relationship that knocks you off your feet, that is very full of fire and stability at the same time. You have 4, stability, and 5, change, and so this shows me that you will always have stability in your change, and that is what makes it so beautiful. Pile number 4. Pile number 4, I immensely enjoyed your reading. I wish you all the best. I mean, I wish to your souls unite. Such a beautiful relationship. And let me know down in the comment section. Let's high five together. Let me know all about this. I would love to hear it from you. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!